Hello fellow colorists, welcome to the channel J.I. Colorist. This is the first Sunday of May, so welcome to May. I hope everyone is doing great. I have started a hashtag for this month. It's called Mythomay 2024, and what that involves is grabbing any of your mythographic books. There are a ton out there to choose from. I have two, and in front of you is the one called Magical Earth by Joseph Catabang. And what I would like you to do if you want to participate in this hashtag is color any uncolored picture from one of your mythographic or mythogorio books and email me your picture to jicolorist@gmail.com, and I will include it in a gallery video at the beginning of June 2024. So if you want to put it on Instagram and use the hashtag as well and tag me, that's great. But if you want to be in the video reel, then please email me your picture so that I don't accidentally miss it on Instagram. What I thought I would do today is I have two buddy colors that I have set up already in this book for May. The first one is this Seeds page, and it is with Wendy from Jazzy Doodle Designs. And the second one is this giraffe page, and this is a buddy color with Color and Create with Jana. And so I have to work on both of these. What I thought I would do is start on the backgrounds and do some of that with you here with me today. And we kind of have a little bit of a work in progress video. I haven't done one of those in forever. And I thought we would also go ahead and do some of the trivia questions from the game I Should Have Known That. So we haven't played trivia for a few weeks. It's time to break out those cards. So we will be doing 8 questions as per usual, which is 2 full cards throughout the video. And I will show the front and back of the cards at the end of the video, just in case my enunciation is not great or you miss the answer. So the cards will always be at the very end of the video. Well, let's go ahead. I want to use some Faber-Castell gelatos. So I have 2 sets. Let me just open them so it's not so shiny. This is the bright set. And then I also have the pastel set. I also have the metallic set, but I don't think I want to use the metallics on these pages because not looking for a bunch of shine or sheen. So I think that I will see if these 2 sets will do. I have a Tim Holtz Media Mat. I have it stuck just to a piece of plastic, and I have it cut in half, and I just use it like this instead of on my actual media mat. It just makes it a little bit more portable. I have a variety of makeup brushes from basically Dollar Tree, so nothing fancy, but they work really well. And let's grab some paper and stick it behind my pages. And I think we are going to start working on this back page here, which is the giraffe. So there's a big giraffe here and a tree house, a smaller giraffe here. And I was really excited about this page because while I was in California, I went to the Living Desert, which is basically Palm Springs Zoo. And they had about 6 giraffes there. They had, and I'll put on screen a couple of pictures that I took. And they were just magnificent animals. So when Jana asked to do this, I was thrilled with this prospect. So I'm going to do, I think, the leaves, obviously, in gelato, and also I'm going to do the sky. So let me grab some colors and we'll get started. So taking a look at the 2 greens that I have a green called Bright Lime, and then a kiwi, and this is in the pastel one. So those greens might not be all the greens that I want. So I also have a bunch of the distress crayons. And what I've done for the distress crayons is I've pulled out the little sleeve, the cardboard that comes inside, folded it over and done a swatch on the bottom, and then I keep them in that order. So I may want to grab some of these as well, like this frayed burlap is kind of a greeny brown. I may want to also bring that in. Okay, so there's no rules saying that I can't mix and match products, so that's what we're gonna do, and we're just gonna rub some here onto the mat. This is the kiwi, and let's see what this is the lime. Now that's quite bright, so we may want to tone her down a bit. And this is the frayed burlap. And I'm going to mask off my page here with some washi tape, so let me go do that. Okay, my page is prepped with washi tape, and I'm just gonna jump right in, and I'm going to start with the brighter color because I want to see how bright it actually is. And I can tone it down. So that actually doesn't look too bad. So I'll put the brighter colors in where I think, and we can always come in with pencil on top to make adjustments. Switching brushes so that I keep the colors Now I'm going to grab a eraser, and if I've gone over an area that shouldn't have green on it, I'm going to erase it right away. And then I'm going to also grab an old sticky note. Just wanted to let you know that during this video, the trivia questions will be done by voiceover, and then we will cut back to the actual video recording. So while I'm doing this, I'll go ahead and ask the first question from our game. And the first question is, what scientist is famous for formulating the law of universal gravitation? And I think that would be Sir Isaac Newton as an answer, because he was the apple falling from the tree guy. That's my answer. Let's take a moment, and then I will let you know the answer. Okay, the answer for what scientist is famous for formulating the law of universal gravitation is Isaac Newton. That's one correct. Let me know how you did. You can come in with pencil on top of this, so there's no need to worry if a couple of spots are a little bit too light, but this will get us a nice base. On screen, I'm switching brushes, and I'm starting to use the Tim Holtz Distressed crayon on this one leaf. And this has dried up quite a bit already, so may need to add just a titch of water on top of that. Let's move on to trivia question number 2. What is the Italian word for ham? On a separate cloth, I'm just going to get my brush just slightly damp so that I can pick up some of this from because it's just a little bit too dry. And I'm going to go in and add some shadow area And I'm doing this where there is illustrative shadow areas by the illustrator. So they've done a bunch of hatching and stuff, and I'm going to add some of the darker green. And that way everything isn't just one color green. Gives a little bit of dimension. Okay, the answer for our trivia question number 2, what is the Italian word for ham? My guess is prosciutto, and the answer is prosciutto. I'm going to come in with the lighter green again. And I'm just going to smooth some of this out. So if you're tired of doing leaves and you're looking for a bit of a faster way to get a nice smooth, then gelatos might be your friend. I find gelatos goes on for me a lot smoother than ink. I don't have as much practice with ink. And I do like the fact that if I've gone over something with gelato, I can lift it up. Whereas if it's ink, you're kind of stuck. So gelatos are a lot more, or your gel crayons, your silky gel crayons, same kind of thing. So that we're going to leave the green alone. And now that I have green on these brushes, I'm going to remove them from here so that I don't accidentally pick up gelato from a different color. I'm going to clean off my palette. Okay, and now we're ready. Always the case, after you clean your palette, you discover that you missed some trees. So I quickly did this little tree bush area here as well. So the next thing I want to do is plan my sky, and I really want to have it more colorful than just blue. I was thinking some pinks and some oranges. Let me look and see if I can find a picture that will explain what I'm trying to get and put it on screen for you. Okay, so as you can see, the picture on screen has some pinks and oranges and yellows and blues. So I'm going to pull out a variety of pinks. So this is watermelon, then this is strawberry, I have coconut, and I also have fig. So I'm gonna have those on my palette, and we'll just see how I like it. I want to do the clouds. So we're going to start at the bottom of the page. So I'll zoom you in. Might as well bring in peach. And hopefully this all works out. Okay, so let me zoom you down a bit. Okay, moving along with trivia question number 3. How long is the average menstrual cycle? And I had to think for a moment. I'm of an age where I don't need to deal with that anymore, which is wonderful. But I am going to say 21 plus 7, so 28 days. That's my answer, and we'll check the answers soon. I must say that on screen these clouds are not turning out the way I expected or kind of wanted, but we will fix that in the future on video. Just to let you know, the answer to how long is the average menstrual cycle is 28 days. So now that is 3 out of 3 correct for me, which is astounding. How are you doing? Let me know. On screen, I am constantly bringing up old post-it notes and reusing them. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, this is just an easy way for me to mask off areas. Okay, I'm also going to bring in some this blue color, which is called elderberry. Okay, let's finish off this card with question number 4, which is, what are you eating if you are eating a golden delicious? And I am going to say a golden delicious is an apple, so that is what you're eating. Let's find out soon. I want the orange to be at the tip of the clouds because we're going to transition into some of the sky. I need to make that less harsh. Okay, while the debacle of the clouds continues on screen, let's finish off the answer to our 4th trivia question. What are you eating if you are eating a golden delicious? And the answer is an apple. So that is 4 out of 4, which is, I think, a first for me. So 4 questions, 4 answers. Excellent. We're going to transition to a yellow. Kind of looks like a hot mess right now, but hopefully it all comes together. Okay, starting on trivia card number 2, we have looks like some more difficult questions. So the first one is, who is named Old Blue Eyes? And that one I do know. That should be Frank Sinatra. I am also of the age that I do know the Rat Pack, and so that is my guess, Frank Sinatra. Okay. Now, before the gelato dries too much more, I'm going to go in and tidy up a few areas. So we will be letting the gelatos dry before going and doing the colored pencil. But I do want to make sure that if there's areas where I've put gelato and I get as much off as I can, I will be able to come in and with pencil and deepen up some of that, so that'll look good. Okay, so let's go back to our sky. So this area here is going to be yellow. So we're going to transition into, I'm going to add some white to the yellow and make it a lighter color because we want to transition into the blue. Trivia answer for who was nicknamed Old Blue Eyes. The answer is indeed Frank Sinatra. Now I need some blue. Okay, let's grab a clean brush. Okay, I've grabbed a narrow brush, and I actually like to use this brush for clouds. I'm not really liking that blue. Let's grab this blue instead. Yeah, that's a bit better color-wise. So this is tumbled glass. Oh boy, this next question. How many seconds are there in 1 hour? I'm going to need to grab my calculator for this one because this is going to take math. Okay, let's zoom you out and you can see the whole page a bit better. Okay, a little bit of tidying up to do, but I think this is a good start, and we will let this set, and I'll be able to come in with a color pencil and finish the page up. Clouds aren't quite how I want them, but I will be able to come in with some gel pen on top of that to outline them and make them the kind of what I have envisioned, but I think that that's a good base. Okay, let me do a bit of cleanup and we'll be back for one quick look at how this is coming together. Okay, while we were waiting for the gelatos to set up and dry, I decided that maybe I should just go ahead and work on the background of my second planned mythographic picture here in Magical Earth, and that is the seed page one with the girl in a bottle caught in a spider web with some other jars and stuff. So what I would like to do is the background on this page as well, and I am going to use my pan pastels, which I have not used in an awful long time. I've got a variety of soft tools here. We've got a few different shapes, but they all basically work the same. I have selected my pearlescent pan pastels. I have a set of 6. So this is pearlescent yellow, pearlescent blue, green, orange, and pearlescent red and violet. So I was originally going to do ink in the background, but I just don't have very many inks to deal with, and I was thinking about doing a teal ink background, but my teal is pretty much dry, so that was out. So then I'm like looking around, and it dawned on me that I haven't used my pan pastels nearly enough. So let's break those out. I plan on using a black glaze pen over the entire spiderweb area, so I'm not too worried about getting pastel on that part, because I will just get rid of that. I am going to need to get pastel over most of the area, but I'm going to probably bring in some pencils for the inside of these objects here. So I'm going to focus mainly with getting the pastels in the background, and let's get started. So planning the colors on the page, I want to look at what's actually happening on the page. So down here I've got a couple of little frogs. So I definitely don't want my green pan pastel there. So I maybe want it more over here. I also have some flowers down here. So I probably don't want to have flower colors there. So maybe blue would be better over here. I do kind of want the yellow and the red and the orange kind of together, so those could maybe kind of group around up here. And so then we've got the purple, and maybe that could kind of go there. So kind of going to be a multicolored page, and maybe once I get going I'll decide not to use all the colors, but I definitely want to kind of pre-plan out where I want the colors to start. And so I think I want to have the yellow around here, the lighter area, and then go outwards towards the darker areas. So I'm going to just jump right in with the yellow, and I'm just going to lightly put some pan pastel on my applicator, and I'm going to grab a clean large sticky note, and I'm just going to start to mask off. You can be a lot more precise than you can with the other brushes, so that's kind of nice. And you can build up the color, and it's a nice and smooth application. Okay, trivia question number 2 answer. How many seconds are there in 1 hour? So I calculated that there are 60 seconds in a minute. There are 60 minutes in an hour. So 60 times 60 is 3,600. And the answer is 3,600. And I'm so glad that I got that right, since I am an accountant, and I would be fairly embarrassed if I got it wrong. How did you do? Okay, trivia question number 3 on card number 2 is, how many strings does a violin have? And oh my goodness, this one's hard. I've never played a violin, so I'm gonna have to guess and think about it for a minute. While I'm thinking about the violin answer, on screen you'll see me picking up the same color and bringing it on top of to deepen up the colors, so you can build up on the paper the colors. You can also mix, like I'm picking up a little yellow and some orange and lightening up the color and using it inside the bottle. So pan pastels are quite versatile in that. I think that's going to be quite nice. Now, trying to decide if I want to continue these colors over to the other side or bring in some of the other, these three colors. So far I've just used those colors, and yeah, sometimes less is more. Okay, my answer for how many strings does a violin have, I am going to guess 3, but the answer actually is 4. Okay, so that's the first wrong I've had today, and I'm not surprised because I have no idea about a violin. How did you do that question? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, so just trying to explain what I'm doing around the bottle areas. I'm using a darker color on the outside of the bottles and a lighter color on the inside, and I'm hoping that gives the impression that it's glass and you're seeing through. Okay, I think I'm going to stick with the 3 colors. I think that that's enough color on the page. So I'm going to stick with yellow, the pink or the red, and the orange. Question number 8 is quite a long question, so I'm going to bring that up shortly. It's quite pearlescent at the moment. You might not show it on camera, but it's very shiny. Okay, question number 8, and our final question is, who was the American financier who, after being convicted of fraud and money laundering, was sentenced to 150 years in prison in 2009? So this is an American person that got sentenced to prison for 150 years. And that is stumping me. I'm Canadian, so I'm going to have to think about that for a moment. While I'm thinking about that and giving you a chance also to think, just going over what I'm doing here is I'm just bringing in a light coating of the yellow to as if it was shining through. So she's in a glass bottle herself, so I'm hoping that having just a light yellow in here gives the impression that she is in glass. And yeah, I'm excited to see how this page all comes together, and I hope you tune in to my completed pages so that you can see it as well. My answer for question number 8 is I do not know. Okay, this is where I'm going to leave this off. I ended up using only these 3 colors, and that's enough because it's going to also come in with the black. I am going to do a little bit of cleanup of a few areas before I spray it with some fixative. Okay, while I'm doing the cleanup on screen, the answer to our last final trivia question today is Bernie Madoff. And now that I read the answer, I do recall him. Okay, that's how it's going to look. I'm going to go ahead and spray it outdoors and let it set overnight, and then I will be able to do the glaze and the gel pen accents, and then I'll be able to do the rest of the page and I will use Polychromos pencils and Staedtler pigment pens to finish this off. Thank you so much for joining me today on a Sunday. I hope you had a relaxing time. We completed 2 backgrounds in Mythographic Magical Earth. We did 2 cards in our I Should Have Known That trivia. The cards will be displayed right now. So I hope you enjoyed the game. Thanks for playing along. Comment below how many questions you got correct out of the 8. And it's always fun to know how many people are playing along and how many people are doing well. Let's take a quick peek at our 2 completed backgrounds. This one is the seeds page, and I am doing this as a buddy color with Wendy from Jazzy Doodle Designs, and we used pearlescent pan pastels. And then this page is a buddy color with Color and Create with Jana, and we used Tim Holtz Distress Crayons, and the majority of it was the pastel and bright set of gelatos from Faber-Castell. To see these completed pages, please tune in at the end of the month in my completed pages video to see not only my completed pages, but my buddies' pages too. I'm excited to see what both of those talented ladies have in store. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you consider digging out your Mythographic or Mythogoria books this May and color a page and participate in my hashtag. Again, my email address if you want to be in next month's reel is jicolorist@gmail.com. Thanks so much for joining us. Take care. Have a good rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.